Four signs a person you love is using you and what to do when it happens. Always asking for favors or super nice when asking. It is very important to help each other and do nice things for each other in a relationship. But when your partner is always asking you to do things for them always and never returns the favor, then your relationship is one-sided and a sign that they are using you, and that is not okay in any way. Also, when your partner naturally isn't so nice or amiable, and you already know that fact, but when they need something from you, they suddenly become very nice just to get what they need from you. They are just using you. They might know all your soft buttons and how to make you meet their demands. Even with the hard buttons, they are good at operating it because you love them. And then they use the love you have for them as a key to manipulate you. All these they will do just to get you to give them what they need from you. And they don't even respect your boundaries when it comes to them asking. It can be annoying because they are never there for you, never give you anything, and don't even care about how you feel, but are always there to ask and expect you to give them. We all need people who will go out of their way to do things for us, and not people who will always expect everything from us. Anybody who says they love you won't let you do all the bills alone. Will do all they can to make sure that they are a helping hand. Will always want to be there for you and not drag you down with too much of asking as a partner indeed. And they love you not just for the things they can get from you. Mind you, your partner asking for favors is not bad, but when they ask too much and never give you anything, when they depend on you for financial help, want you to give them time and attention, and don't return the same favor, then it is not a good sign because it is one-sided. So when your partner cannot return the favors or reciprocate the love you give, they have no business with you and are just using you to satisfy and meet their own needs. They never say thank you or are always indifferent. As humans, we all have this feeling we get when we receive a thank you as an appreciation for doing something nice. When we do nice things without receiving any thanks, we tend to feel bad a little and look at the unappreciative people as ingrate. But we sometimes notice this sign in our relationships. In a relationship, when you start noticing a sign of disinterest or indifference from your partner, it is not a good sign, and that is a big red flag. They act like you are the one forcing the relationship and they are not ready for anything in the relationship. Even after all the asking and the favors they never return, they never say a thank you and act like it's your problem or responsibility. Their attitude projects something along this line. If you don't give me, I'll just go get someone else who will. So, for the relationship to continue, you had better just give me my demands. This is not right, and you shouldn't stay or remain in this type of relationship. They don't even want to know what the relationship needs or doesn't need and leave everything to you, like the relationship is by you, for you, and from you. A relationship is only going to come in place by agreement from both sides to give it a balance, but when it is not balanced, then know that they're just using you. No offense, but how will you feel being in a relationship where you never receive a thank you, even after doing all the hard work in it? Or when your partner is never appreciative, but keeps complaining and wanting you to do more? Peradventure, you refuse them once or twice. They threaten to end the relationship and leave. That is not proper in any sense. And we find many people stuck in this kind of relationship today. If not for anything, at least the thank you and appreciation will be a source of encouragement for you to continue. But then it's nowhere to be found in a relationship where you are being used. Do you think you will survive in that type of relationship? I don't think so. Family and friends have concerns about the relationship. People talk about what they see, And this sign is something you should also pay attention to because you cannot build your relationship without the help of your family. They are the people who will support the relationship until you become one with your partner. When your friends are not in support of your relationship with your partner because of what they see, you should have a rethink. When your conversation with your partner is always about them and they never talk about commitment, then that's a red flag. And if this continues, it will surely get out of hand because the relationship will not grow. And when your relationship doesn't grow, or negative patterns are being observed, friends and family will surely have concerns about their relationship. It is not for you to feel bad, but just for you to rethink the whole situation. How will you be in a relationship that has no commitment and never grows, and expect your close ones, which is family and friends, to keep quiet about it? No, they will have to call you to order, to talk to you, because they love you and won't let or watch you walk into a relationship that you will cry and come out with regrets. They won't want that happen to you on their watch because they got your back and are always looking out for you. They might be quiet for some time and try to observe the trend of the whole situation. But when it comes too much for them to take, they will speak out. When these close people start having concerns for your relationship arising from what they have observed in your relationship, then you should calm down because your partner might be using you. When your partner is not ready to commit to you, know who you are. Come close to your family and friends, but always wants you to be the one coming after them, then they are using you. You are not the one to do all of that alone. Your partner should get to know who you are and draw close to you. But if they are just using you, they will always give an excuse when you bring up the discussion of meeting your family and your future together. Watch out for this sign too. It might not be seen early until it gets late. When you start seeing this sign and getting concerns from people around you, let your partner define your relationship straight ahead so you won't keep on being used in the disguise of love. Resentment. You start feeling like a dried up well. In a one-sided relationship, with no appreciation of effort, coupled with an absence of adjustment or improvements, resentment will step in. You start feeling that your partner is not listening to you. You start having quarrels on the same issue every time. You start finding faults with each other, and then you begin to get detached from the relationship. Due to all the asking from your partner and unreadiness to grow the relationship, you might start feeling like a dried up well because you are the one always giving, always going out of your way to push the relationship forward, always running the stuff and always doing the talking. You get tired of doing it because it has gotten heavy on you over time. Resentment will and can only come in when the relationship is one-sided. And when a relationship is one-sided, then the individual is being used and not loved by the partner. You think you can continue, but you will one day get tired of covering up your pain because we are all human and we have feelings that cannot always be brushed aside. Another thing you should know is that when you start feeling resentful in your relationship, then things are getting bad because resentment, as said earlier, can cause detachment from the relationship and lead to the falling apart of the relationship. Then you leave the relationship with so much anger and emotional pain. All these are clear signs that someone you love is using you. Address the issue directly and respectfully. When you see these signs, the first thing you should do is address them. Don't keep quiet or else you will die in silence. Tell your partner what and how you feel about the relationship, that it's unbalanced and one-sided. So advisably, when you start feeling resentful either of your partner or the relationship entirely, then it's time to talk things out with your partner and know the way forward. If they are ready to adjust and love you the way they claim, there should be an improvement. Otherwise, you need to walk out of that relationship because it will drain you. leaving you empty like a dried up well. You deserve more than that as an individual. Find someone who would love you truly for who you are than one who is using you.